Hi folks, welcome back to the channel, and in this episode we're going to be putting a new fuel tank in the TR7, as well as replacing the rear shocks and the coil springs. So let's get right to it. So first things first, let's get this car up in the air. Oh well, that's it, it's at full height now. I've engaged the mechanical lock, so it's not going to go anywhere. Just need to get underneath it now and start the dismantling process. So first things first, let's get these wheels off. And just repeat on this side. So that's both wheels off now. It gives me a lot better access and I can see exactly what's going on. Now the next step is to take the petrol tank out. Now I believe, from what I've been reading on some of the forums, that you can actually take the tank out without fully taking the axle off. You should be able to just drop one side, which is obviously the passenger side, because you've got to take the tank out from right to left because of the spout on the tank. We're going to give it a go anyway. It doesn't matter to me because I've got plenty of time. If it doesn't work, I'll just take the axle off. So let's give it a go. First step is to get the jack underneath the axle, just to hold it in place. Like so. I'm going to try and undo the bottom of the shocky. We'll see what happens here. That's tight, that is. Oh, that is tight. Proper tight. A bit more lube on it. The size of this nut, by the way, is 9/16 for anybody who's interested. So when you get the first nut off, the end of the shock, where the nut goes on, it's got a flat on both sides. So if you put an adjustable spanner on it, that'll hold it in place while you undo the top nut. Hopefully. Let's have a look and see. Oh, it's quite loose. That's it. So I'm going to let the hydraulic jack down now. Just steadily. Not much left of that rubber. So let's have a look. That's the spring out. Top rubber's actually not too bad, but the bottom one was disintegrated. So the back axle won't go down anymore because unfortunately the lower arm here is resting on the platform, and it's only just about resting, which is a pain. But I'm going to have to release this bottom arm anyway, so I'll get on with that now. So this bottom arm nut is 11/16. So I'm going to try and move this front lower arm. Bit of the old GT85. No washing on that side. Bit of the old Wonder Lube. They actually look the same size as the bolt that came out of the ends of the arms. Oh, that's tight, that one. Size is the 11/16. I was gonna say everything's come off really easy so far. Nothing's been stuck, and I've just come across this nut. It's so tight. So I'm gonna try the impact on it. Ooh, nice one. So that's sorted. So that's some sort of plate that was behind there, like so. Must remember that goes on there. That's a good thing about video and things. You can play back and see where things came off, or where things go back on again. So I should be able to just remove this lower arm now. That's it, she's out. You should imagine this top bar's got to come off as well, to get the right amount of clearance, and possibly the exhaust. So I'll do a little bit more investigating, and then we'll come back a bit later. Well, it's just like I thought as well. This top suspension arm's got to come off as well. So we'll carry on with that. The bolt on that one is 5/8. That's pretty tight, so I'm going to have to use an impact on that as well. So let's get to it. So as you can see, I've actually managed to lower down the axle on the passenger side, just hanging there now. This top arm here, it was the only thing that gave me any problems really. I didn't video that bit as well, funny enough, but it must have took me a good 3/4 of an hour to get this bolt off the top of the axle here. At one stage I thought I was going to have to get the oxyacetylene out and burn it off, but eventually it came off anyway. So I'm looking now to see whether I can actually get the tank out, whether there's enough clearance or not. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to remove this back bit of the exhaust, and I have actually had a go at trying to remove it here from the back box, probably for about half an hour or so, and that is absolutely stuck solid. I don't really want to cut it off, so I think first of all I'll undo the bolts on the straps of the tank and I'll just see how much clearance I need. So yeah, that's the next step. Let's undo the bolts. That's the strap off. It does sound empty, so I'm gonna cut the fuel pipe underneath here. There's a small section of pipe. That's that cut. There's nothing coming out of it. Obviously it's empty. So I reckon if I send this part of the tank up in the air, I can probably lower the other side. So let's try that. Like so. What's stopping that now? So yeah, there you go, that's the tank removed. And I've got to say, if I ever have to do this again, I will definitely remove the axle. It's a lot easier, especially if you've got a lift like I have. But I just wanted to try it this way, just to see how difficult it was. And I suppose really it would have been a lot easier if this exhaust was not in the way. This is what was causing the problem. To be true with you, I should have just cut it off. Now that the tank's out the way, I'm gonna have a go. I'll put some heat on it and see if I can remove it, because it's actually in pretty good condition really. It's not rotted through, so it'd be a shame to cut it up. But yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna just give this a bit of a tidy up top. It's actually in pretty good condition really. Might just need a lick of paint in some places. I'll have a look at the studs, the 4 studs that hold the straps on. I may renew them, I don't know yet. We'll have to have a look. So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, let's see what's inside this tank, eh? Well, there you go. It's a funny colour, isn't it? It doesn't particularly smell like petrol. It smells more varnishy. But to be fair, it's quite clean actually. There's a few parcels that came out with it, but overall it's actually not too bad. I'll transfer this now to a jerry can and I'll dispose of it down the refuse tip. Oh well folks, I'm going to leave the video there for this week. It's just getting a little bit too long. I was always going to do it in 2 parts anyway, so in part 2 we'll be installing the new tank and the suspension. But overall I was quite happy with the way things went today. There wasn't any real problems, I think it all went pretty straightforward, apart from a few seized bolts, but that's to be expected on a car which is 50 years old. By the way, if you've liked what you've seen today, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. It is free and it really does help the channel. So until next time, bye for now.